All right, let's talk pricing for drone photography. Drone photography is becoming more popular and there are a lot of questions on how to price it. Welcome to the Pricing for Photographers channel. This is the channel that you subscribe to become a more profitable photography business. I have a mission. It's to make your photography business more profitable, and in turn, it makes our industry much healthier. So drone photography is one of those few areas of photography where equipment can play a big role in how you price your photography. Now, drone photography certainly is an area in which your equipment can play a role in pricing. For example, this is a simple drone that my daughter got me for Christmas. It's not that expensive and has a very small, low megapixel camera. So I certainly couldn't charge as much as someone with maybe the new Phantom. The quality of the images would be significant, which deserves a better price. So pricing for drone photography is certainly similar to aerial photography. However, drone photography really is a new expertise within the photography field. Now, some drone photographers custom price everything, but I don't think you need to do that. You need to figure out what is your best and most comfortable pricing method. So if you do per image pricing, figure out what that pricing model needs to be and what it includes. So when someone calls you for drone photography, you know immediately how to approach the project. A lot of drone photographers work hourly, and as you know, I'm not a big fan of that technique. However, if you have to photograph an event or you're stuck at a certain location for a specific period of time, hourly rates are not a bad way to go. There are a lot of drone photographers that charge $100, $200, $300, $500 an hour to do their work. Now, no matter whether you're shooting stills or video, you need to incorporate the cost of your drone in the cost of doing business. So you really know how much you need to charge to at least break even and make a profit. Now, depending on the type of photography you do will certainly depend on the type of pricing. I prefer per image pricing, but if somebody just wants all the images raw and you're willing to do that, and there's a reason why I don't recommend you do that, I'll have a video on that later, so keep an eye out for that. But you don't necessarily want to give them all the raw images. But if you do that, obviously the per image price or the project price may be a little bit lower than if you have to do a lot of post-processing and editing after the assignment. Now, as we mentioned, the cost of the drone is important. The quality of the imagery that you're producing. There are many different levels of drones, from drones that have a 2 megapixel camera all the way up to high definition. So you want to take that in consideration in terms of the quality of imagery you are producing. You need to consider turnaround time. How fast do they need these images? Is it instant? Do you need to rush things? This can be part of your pricing structure. The number of images can also be a factor. If they only need 5 images over a certain period of time, or if they need 10 images over a certain period of time. Maybe they need 50 over that same period of time, maybe 3 hours. Whatever it is, you need to figure out how long it's going to take you to work on the post-production of those images after the assignment is over. Travel costs are another consideration. Not all client requests are within a 30-mile radius of your location. Usage is another consideration. How are those images and videos going to be used? Are they going to be used in a local website or a national TV campaign? There's a big difference in pricing. Now, if you're creating video, you might want to consider pricing per second of final footage or per minute of final footage. Now, that can also depend on how much editing is involved. Also, are you adding music, transitions? How is the final production going to look? The more you have to do in the post, obviously the higher the cost and value to your customer. So let's go full circle and talk about the different ways we can price our drone photography. We certainly can work hourly. We can work half days and full days. We can shoot per image, or we can offer our video per final second or minute of video. Now, of course, you can have different rates for the main footage or B-roll. And of course, you can use a combination of all these options: hourly rates, day rates, in combination with per image and per minute rates. It is up to you. But the key is to make sure that you are profitable and not losing money. Of course, if a client wants a combination of stills and video footage and different types of outputs, you can put together a package price for the whole thing. Now, it's certainly reasonable to understand that different photographers have different levels of experience. And yes, experience can also play a role in your pricing. So hey, let me know how you approach pricing drone photography. I look forward to reading your answers in the comments below. Of course, if you found this video valuable, make sure you like it and share it with your friends. If you don't want to miss a future upload, be sure to subscribe.